Bitcoin SV. Well, how many iterations of Bitcoin are we really going to get? I want to talk about what this can hit in the next bull cycle. I think, there'll be some gains here. I'm not bullish on this long term. I'll explain why in this video. But I think given who the founder is, I think this will get enough views and visits, and be seen by enough eyeballs to do something. Before I get into any of that though, guys, if you're new to the channel here, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In my videos, I showed myself buying these coins because I expected that they were going to make me good money. And you can see what all of these coins were worth when I recorded my videos. You can also see the highs that all these coins hit in under a year and a half, and what the profit would have been if you had put in $100 into these coins when I released the videos and then just sat on them. You could have ignored them, to be honest, for a year and a half and then sold them. And if you had done that and then sold them after a year and a half, your profit from 100 into each would have been over 123 grand. It's not bad. Now, I sold all of these. We had the market crash, and since the market crash, I've been buying up new coins. These are coins that I think can 40 times my money, 50, even 100 times my money. And I share them on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I find one of those coins that can do those kinds of profits, I jump onto the site, I tell my members what the coin is that I'm going to buy, what profits I think it can have, what percentage of my money I'm putting in, and it means the members can copy along exactly. What this does is mean that the members are going to make the same profit as me. The added bonus as well is they don't have to do any work. They don't have to read through 30,000 different cryptos to try and find a big winner. And if you go on to copymycrypto.com now, on the site, you'll see some of the things I've said in the past. I did a whole Udemy course, which I charged $20 for, about the best cryptocurrency investment of 2020, which was all about Phantom and why it would 100x or more. A lot of people ended up making millions off of that. They took that course because it went up nearly 700 times. Hell, even if you only put in the $20 that the course cost into Phantom, you could have made like 14 grand off of it. If you just want to see what the members have earned, that's on the site too. It's all public record. It's all on the history of this channel, so you can verify it. And if you like the idea of it, guys, try the service out. Right, Bitcoin SV. So, market cap is just shy of $1 billion right now. Look, this is emerged as a hard fork of Bitcoin Cash, which was a fork of Bitcoin. The goal of Bitcoin SV is to fulfill the original vision of Bitcoin protocol described by Satoshi Nakamoto, early Bitcoin client software and known Satoshi's writings. BSV aims to offer scalability and stability in line with the original description as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, as well as deliver a distributed data network that can support enterprise-level advanced blockchain apps. Now, to this end, it has removed artificial block sizes and re-enabled script commands and other tech capabilities which were disabled or restricted by protocol developers on the Bitcoin blockchain. This means that the network can process tens of thousands of transactions per second while maintaining very low fees for micropayments. In addition to offering advanced capabilities such as tokens, smart contracts, computation, and other data use cases, the founder of Bitcoin SV is Craig Wright. Now, Craig Wright claims to be Satoshi Nakamoto. He's been a supporter of BSV since the split between Bitcoin Cash and BSV in 2018. Craig Wright has been in the news a lot. He actually won a case to get a ton of Bitcoin off the back of the claims that he is in fact Satoshi Nakamoto. I'm not necessarily going to say he's not, but I will say pretty much every developer going that's been in the space for the last decade says he's not. That's all I'm going to say. He is also taken to suing all of those individuals that have said he isn't Satoshi Nakamoto, or he's threatened to sue. Make of that what you will. Now, I find this whole thing odd. Okay, so look, yes, I understand the concept of what Bitcoin was originally meant to be, peer-to-peer cash. It was the premise was, that we don't have to trust upon banks, that we don't have to trust upon a central bank. However, look, Bitcoin is what it is now. Bitcoin is a store of value. However you want to view Bitcoin, that's what it is. It's a store of damn value. And Bitcoin Cash is trying to be cash. Bitcoin SV is pretty much trying to be cash as well. The difference being, at least BSV are trying to build something a little more substantial, I think. The community splits are such a bad thing in general for this space. What you end up seeing is original Bitcoin holders not liking Bitcoin Cash, then original Bitcoin Cash holders not liking Bitcoin SV. All these hard forks split communities, which reduces the amount of people that are going to invest in it. Also, what you do not want ever is this sort of vitriolic community environment where people are sort of slamming one coin while promoting another. It doesn't look good. It doesn't encourage investment, right? Now, one thing I will say for Bitcoin SV, they are actually evolving. They have actually added to the ecosystem pretty damn well. In terms of where their focus has been, as they sort of have discussed, data is a big discussion point. And Craig Wright and the rest of the team, I imagine, are very aware that the most money, like the biggest companies in the world, make money because of data. It's not because of purchases of software or any shit like that. It's because of data. Data can be used in a million different ways. And by focusing the Bitcoin SV blockchain onto data, they can potentially capitalize on that. Issue I have here is I think they are far behind the biggest data-based crypto projects that are around. I don't think they're anywhere close to the standard of, the Graph or some of these other big data-based projects. I do actually think the Bitcoin SV blockchain has done really well in terms of trying to grow this. They have partnered with government, although when I can actually show you what the government one is Move Genius. So I don't really know how they're saying this is government. We'll open that up and have a look. Let's see, because they're saying, there's a lot of these where they're saying, oh, they work with healthcare. So let's have a look at what healthcare is. Yeah, see, that doesn't appeal. Just onboarding for estate agents, but that's not government. Okay, so, they've got a few interesting concepts. One thing I think with this is, look, we're not actually seeing a lot of use here. Like a lot of the projects that they're highlighting, some of them are wallets. If we have a look at tech, some of them are product development. We've got, I'm not looking at any of these projects really excited. None of them are really appealing. A lot of them are weak projects. A number of these are integrated with, a number of other projects. Fundamentally, I think this is more going down the lines of payment and e-commerce. They're certainly trying to push on data management, but again, even with the data management stuff, some of it is still pretty weak. They seem to be interested in ID quite a bit as well. I'm not a fan of ID generally as an area. The thing is, they've been through one bull cycle, and they hit pretty good highs. You can't knock it. They launched, obviously it ended up hitting $491. This was like, a hard fork of Bitcoin Cash. Realistically, what can this do in the next bull cycle? Well, let's just base it off of what Bitcoin Cash has done. Bitcoin Cash is on a long-term downtrend. And I would expect the same thing for Bitcoin SV. I would not be looking at this hitting $500 again. 250 is probably where it's at. You know, there's a couple of peaks hitting around that 250 mark. I think that's probably the price point we're looking at. The way this does more is going to be pretty much dependent on Craig Wright. He is in the news quite regularly. In a bull cycle, I imagine he's going to be on every single mainstream media source going. And that, in theory, could bring a lot of investors. So it might just, even whatever you think about Craig Wright, whether you like him, whether you don't, being visible is important when it comes to marketing and advertising, and that's what he would be doing as a sort of talking head on Fox or CNN or whatever the shit mainstream site, like news site you watch. So if he's visible, maybe this does break a new all-time high, because people will be like, oh, he runs this coin and this coin, you know, and he's on here, so he's obviously an expert, so therefore I'm going to buy this. But that's the only way I see it hitting a new high. Otherwise, I think this is probably going to go the way of Bitcoin Cash, which is, you know, it's not like Bitcoin Cash failing. It's just, it's going to downtrend in the same way. It's on a downtrend. I think Bitcoin SV will probably stay in that bracket as well. I'd be looking at about $250. Can't see much more. Yeah, and you know, if Craig Wright isn't Satoshi Nakamoto and we all of a sudden find out who that is, you know, this could die. So it's something to be aware of as well. Yeah, but let me know what you guys think. Any of you use Bitcoin SV? Because I know a ton of people in this space. I know plenty of other YouTubers in this space. I don't know a single person that goes, oh yeah, I use Bitcoin SV. So if you do use it, why do you use it? What do you like about it? I'm presuming you like something about it if you're using it. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. And guys, if you just want to take the work out of your crypto investing, if you want to make the exact same profits as me in the next bull cycle, you can. Just head over to copymycrypto.com, take a look at the site. Everything on the site is public record, whether that's what the members have made, whether that's what I've said in the past. And you can verify absolutely everything that you read and you watch and you see on the site. I did a whole course about why Phantom would 100x, why it was one of the best investments of 2020, did 700x gains. When I find another Phantom, all I will do is the same that I always do, which is jump onto the site, tell the members what coin I'm looking at buying, what profits I think it can have, and what percentage of my money I'm putting in. And the members can copy along exactly. This literally removes all the work for the members, and they make the exact same profit as me. And if that sounds good to you guys, like I say, try the service out, see if it's something that you want to continue with. And that's it from me, guys. Have a lovely day. Take care. Bye-bye.